What did you see watching Super Bowl 60 last night, Steve?
Kind of like it went chalk on my mind. Like the only thing I thought, how do I put it? The Patriots had run last place schedule. You said they played who they played, so it's fine. And the AFC has not a ton of, I mean, Texans and the Broncos. I just didn't feel like they'd run into someone like the Seattle Seahawks. And the Seahawks, look, the way the NFL works today is that it kind of grows on you, right? Like with the team that you see in Halloween is kind of not the team that you see at Thanksgiving. And then even at Christmas, you're like, wow. And that's what happened with the Seahawks. They just got better and better and better. And by the end of it, when they played the 49ers, for the bye week to get the bye, I watching them in person, I'm like, man, these guys are killers, and they're killers because they're smothering defense. It's not, they don't take huge risks. They kind of just smother you, but then they can bring four and put the pressure on you. So it's like the best of both things. So then I thought against the Patriots, they saw a little bit against the Broncos, and I saw them struggle against the Texans. I was like, this is going to be really hard to score 17. And as they kick field goals, I'm like, look, you guys just keep hanging around. They're going to give them a chance to come back and win. So I think the Seahawks in many ways gave them a ton of opportunities to stay in a game that they were out of. But I feel like the feeling of the game was exactly what I thought it would be, is that that's how good the Seahawks are right now. And then you wonder how good can they get, because they're just kind of figuring it out right now.
Well, obviously, being a quarterback-driven league, the question is what happens with Sam Darnold from here? Now that he's gotten, I guess, to borrow a phrase, even though it's total apples and oranges in terms of what the monkey on the back for you meant and what he's been dealing with since he was the third overall pick and has gone now to 5 different teams. But now he's got a ring. He's got a ring. He's got a championship. He's got the experience.
The story feels familiar. Like it's just like it's an odyssey. It's not a straight line. And he found finally the fruit of the most innovative minds in football today. The coaching trees of Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, and what you find those guys, the clouds part and the sun comes out, and he found that in San Francisco 3 years ago. Then he went to Minnesota, same kind of fruit of the tree again, and then obviously in Seahawks. Now the Seahawks aren't, they've gotten their guy, right? Because Sam is figuring it out too. Like, wow, how good could I be? How good could I really? And I don't think he had to be great yesterday just because the defense was so great, but that's okay. He's been great before. And I think he's proven himself. Look, I can hang with the big boys. I can run around a little bit, get the extra yards. I can throw it all over the field. And he settled down. He made a lot of mistakes this year and still survived it. So those are all scars that are going to pay huge dividends in the future. And as he refines his game, Sam, I mean, anyone who wants to try to think that Sam Darnold, I think he's just going to continue to improve and somebody that the Seahawks, I think, have the guy for now the next 10 years. I think they'd be fools not to. I mean, Minnesota must be dying right now. Like, what did we do? What are we doing? We had a guy that won 14 games and won the locker room, and that locker room loves Sam Darnold. He was the man. Like, see you later, bro. I just, that's got to be hard. But Seattle's not that though. I mean, they got a guy now for 10 years, and if they can, I just feel like who's going to beat those guys in the future? Jeez.
Well, I mean, you also won a boat race Super Bowl coming on, causing a national conversation to be had about the NFC Championship game was the de facto Super Bowl, and Sam Darnold in the final 2 games against the Rams, the playoff game, and then certainly in fourth quarter and overtime of the Week 16. They got past arguably their toughest opponent within their conference and division, thanks to Sam Darnold's arm, and 100%.
Rich, I think we really stop now, right? Let's not. It's not recency bias. It's not something that you can't see coming. Sam was drafted where he was because of his talent and who he could be. He couldn't find that measure, and he'll own it. You got to own it. But he was in some terrible places for quarterback, and then he got the help that he needed. Every quarterback, we were talking about last night in that room with Joe and Tom, and we were just kind of hanging out before we went out, just like how much help you need to be great. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. Like, it's not an alone game. And so in that way, to really find the full measure of yourself, you got to find the partnerships. And when he found them, he thrived. He thrived. So that's Sam Darnold. That's who he is. That's who he's going to be as long as all of us receive the partnerships that make a difference in the NFL. So anyone that wants to try to define Sam any other way than somebody who's ascending to be one of the top quarterbacks in the league is just wrong and wasting their breath. Like why, all you could say is, look, Sam's got to clean up the mistakes. Yeah, he's a little of a riverboat gambler. And, oh yeah, I think that was Patrick Mahomes in 19 and 20. Yeah, I think and then what did Patrick do? He kind of like refined it and cleaned it up and had the opportunity and the support. Yeah, look what happened to him. Like that's it. Otherwise, Sam, I mean, Rich, I want you to just hang up on everyone else. Just hang up. I don't even want to have a conversation about it.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.